Listen, in case you didn't know it, we're in Manchester. Happy Ganja Day, people!
You need to sit back on this one. Smoke a doobie, watch cartoons till slowly loose. It's overdue, slide into your heaven.
We're here in Manchester in Plattsfields at the Manchester 420 event, which quite sensibly is at the weekend, not during the week. And it's great to be here. Must be a couple of thousand people here. A lot of campaigners, good food, good ganja. Well, Bud Buddy started 17 years ago, initially by me helping a friend who's got MS. Then I started helping more of her friends, and I pretty soon realised that there was no way I could just help all the people who were making demands and requests. So that's when we came up with Bud Buddies, about empowering people to be self-sufficient and empowering them to grow their own cannabis, teach them how to make extractions and use it in the best way they can to suit their illness. At the moment, Bud Buddies in the UK are assisting over 100, the parents of over 100 seriously and terminally ill children. And what choice do we have? If you're campaigning and you haven't been arrested, you're not doing it, you're not campaigning, you're not doing it right. For me, it's not about starting petitions or even smoke outs. It's about challenging the law and assisting people who need it medicinally. I fully support the adult market, and yeah, we should have the right to decide what we do with our own bodies. And until someone can identify a victim of my crimes, I'm going to carry on. If someone's suffering from terminal cancer, I would say you've got a simple decision to make. Would you rather be a living cannabis criminal or a dead law-abiding citizen? That's what it boils down to who to make. Simple choice.
My name's Callie Blackwell, and I am here in Manchester today to, I came in and spoke at the 420 event here in Manchester. It's nice to talk in front of people who are effectively, on the same side as I am. It's nice to try and talk to people who we need, we need supporting us. From the feedback I've had, it's been incredibly supportive, and actually after being on this morning, within an hour of me being on the show, there was the Express actually wrote an article to talk about the amount of support that I actually got from the This Morning viewers. 99.9% of it was incredibly supportive, that we should be looking into it as a beneficial medicine for people, and actually that people should be allowed to consume it if that's what they want to do. The more people that know somebody who's been helped by it, the more advocates there are. And I've been watching over the last year or so, I've been watching public opinion on cannabis and basically going off social media, like you just said, and you do see articles, and now you're seeing the majority of comments are, well, we all know why, we all know that it helps, and we all know why it's pharmaceutical companies. It seems to be a given now that everybody knows that cannabis works, and it's almost embarrassing that we all know, and yet the government is still sitting there saying it has no medicinal benefits, and literally the rest of the country is going, well, we know it has, so what are we waiting for?
Some people will see your story and will be inspired by it, but as I was saying to Jeff before, I might still be afraid of going over and actually trying. What advice would you have for those people?
The advice I have for those people is, you never know unless you try, and it certainly can't hurt. When you look at alcohol and you look at morphine, you look at other opioids that are used very widely on the NHS, the damage that those drugs cause are incredibly detrimental, and cannabis has never killed anybody. It's never, it's never caused any harm, not long-term harm to anybody. So yeah, it's something that it's worth giving a go. It's worth trying. Yeah, what I really want to see now is that I've obviously, I've come out and I am facing 14 years in prison for every day that I talk about what I did to my son. So what I need now is for people across the cannabis clubs across the country to stand with me and tell their doctors that they're using it. Tell everybody, be proud. It's nothing to be ashamed of, and actually the more we normalise it and the more we talk about it as if it's just a normal everyday thing, because it is, the more it will become acceptable to the mainstream, and that's what I want to see one day.